you ever felt like you were being watched? That the shadows held secrets too terrifying to imagine? Shadow Lore is proud to bring you 3 true stories that will make you question the safety of your surroundings and the intentions of those around you. Prepare to immerse yourself in our first tale. A Night Shift Nightmare.
A night shift nightmare. Young Michael had taken a job working the night shift at a local gas station to earn some extra money. Little did he know that this particular night would change his life forever. It started with an old rusty car driving by the station repeatedly, its occupants obscured by the darkness. Michael felt a growing unease, but nothing could have prepared him for what happened next. A disheveled man entered the store, his eyes darting around furtively. He moved erratically, mumbling incoherently under his breath. Michael's heart raced as he tried to maintain a calm exterior. The man left, but the relief was short-lived. Minutes later, he returned with an accomplice, and they began to force their way into the store, wielding a crowbar and a knife. Michael's instincts kicked in, and he quickly locked himself in the back office, his hands shaking as he dialed 911. The intruders pounded on the door, their voices growing more aggressive with each passing second. Michael could hear them discussing their plans to rob the store and eliminate any witnesses. He prayed for the police to arrive, wondering if he would make it out alive or if he would become another statistic, his life cut short by a senseless act of violence. Just as the intruders managed to break through the door, the sound of police sirens filled the air. The men quickly fled, leaving Michael shaken but alive. The police arrived to find him cowering in the back room, the gravity of the situation sinking in. Michael knew he had narrowly escaped a potentially deadly encounter, and the experience would haunt him for years to come.
Poor Michael. If he only had the balls his father gave him, maybe that encounter would have ended differently. Oh well. Our next story is entitled The Apartment Intruder. Sarah, dear Sarah.
Sarah had always felt safe in her cozy apartment, but that sense of security was shattered when she started receiving strange phone calls late at night. The caller never spoke, but Sarah could hear heavy breathing on the other end. She tried to brush it off, but deep down she knew something was wrong. Her fears were confirmed when she began to notice small changes in her apartment. Objects moved, doors left ajar, and a lingering scent of cologne that wasn't hers. Someone had been inside her home. One night, Sarah woke up to a chilling sight, a shadowy figure looming at the foot of her bed. She screamed, and the intruder fled, but the damage was done. The police investigation revealed that the intruder was a former tenant who had kept a copy of the key. Sarah never felt safe in her apartment again, always wondering if the intruder would return.
So we get to know very little about Sarah, other than she wasn't bright enough to change her locks. I guess in life, we get what we deserve. In our final story, we meet Emily and learn that youth, inexperience, and ignorance are no defense against an evil, demented soul hell-bent on doing you harm.
Fair Park Predator. It was a beautiful sunny day when 16-year-old Emily decided to spend the afternoon at the local park. She found a quiet spot to read her book, but soon noticed a man watching her from a distance. At first, she tried to ignore him, but as she moved around the park, the man followed, getting closer each time. Emily's heart raced as she gathered her belongings and headed towards her car. The man approached her, trying to strike up a conversation. He blocked her path, his eyes filled with a predatory glint. Emily could see the bulge of a knife in his pocket, and she realized with horror that this man had sinister intentions. She knew she had to escape before it was too late. Using all her strength, Emily pushed past the man and ran towards her car. She could hear his footsteps behind her, gaining ground. She fumbled with her keys, her hands shaking violently. Just as she managed to unlock the door, she felt the man's hand grip her shoulder. Emily screamed and jabbed her elbow into his ribs, causing him to stumble back. She jumped into her car, locking the doors just as the man tried to open them. Emily sped away, her heart pounding in her chest. She drove straight to the police station to report the incident. The police later informed her that the man was a known predator, with a history of stalking, assaulting, and even murdering young women. Emily realized just how close she'd come to becoming another one of his victims, and the thought sent chills down her spine.
I'm so glad for Emily. That story could have had a very different ending. These 3 stories serve as a chilling reminder that danger can lurk anywhere, even in the most seemingly ordinary places. The gas station, the apartment, and the park, all settings we navigate without a second thought, can become the backdrop for our worst nightmares. In each case, the protagonists faced terrifying situations that could have ended in tragedy. They narrowly escaped the clutches of those who wished them harm, but their experiences serve as a warning to us all. So, the next time you find yourself alone in the shadows of the night, remember these stories and ask yourself, who or what might be watching you from the darkness? Stay vigilant, trust your instincts, and never underestimate the evil that may lurk in the hearts of those around you. Like this video and subscribe to our channel if you dare.
Like this video and subscribe for more chilling content if you dare.